All right, I think we got our mic going this time right from the start. Got to have the jazz back up and going. There we go. Now let me get my chat window up so I can actually see who's here. Yeah, you were right, Maria. Thank you for popping over here. Hey there, Butta fam. Thanks for following me over. I really, really appreciate it. I wonder if we're having any more luck with voice. Start a new chat to use advanced. Let's try getting back to advanced then. Because voice kind of gave up on us early tonight. Hey there, ChatGPT. Can you help us with answering some questions on YouTube Live? I need you to be direct. I need you to be a little snarky and entertaining when you answer. Keep it concise. Yeah, can you do that for me? All right, let's do it. And looks like so far we've got Maria and Butterfam and Umayer. Forgive the pronunciation. And all fair, thank you for joining us. Thank you for making it over here, Ali Fair. Glad you managed to not get sucked into the other TikTok live. Yes, sassy chat, snarky chat. S. McKay, thanks for joining. Anybody have any questions you want me to throw at ChatGPT already, or any questions you just want to throw at me? I like to think of this, especially when we've got it small, as time that we can be a little. We don't have to be so driven by the nonstop questions. Hey, Brother B, thank you. Oh, okay. Brother B, you're B metal. Thank you for being here. Tammy, thanks for getting over here. Yeah, we are in business here. Ah, the immortal fallen entities. Like Balrogs. Okay. All right. We got live voice back with us, so we're good for questions. Anybody got one that we're ready to throw ChatGPT's way? Why are Freemasons such good secret keepers? What now? You're being snarky. Okay, how about just a slightly less snark? Can you actually try giving us an answer? Why are Freemasons such good secret keepers? Okay. What would you say are the top 5 best movies ever? Okay, let me see if I can crank up the volume on the chat. Why can't we hear the chat? All right, stand by. And just so I know what I'm tweaking here a little bit, were you guys able to not hear the chat, but you could hear the music, or could you not hear either? Hey, ChatGPT, can you say that again? All right, hang on, everyone. Tweaking some audio settings again. There we go. All right, can you say that again, ChatGPT?
Absolutely. Some top movies often mentioned are The Godfather, Casablanca, Citizen Kane, Schindler's List, and Pulp Fiction.
Still weren't able to hear that? That should have come through. If not, then we'll just go over to. Let's just go over. Let's close that. Bring this up. So, what it said about the Freemasons was that they have a strong tradition of confidentiality and trust, which makes them excellent at keeping secrets. They also basically take oaths that say that they're going to be killed and turned into dust and spread to the winds if they share those secrets. So that might have something to do with it too. As far as the top 5 movies, ChatGPT said The Godfather, Casablanca, Citizen Kane, Schindler's List, and Pulp Fiction. Interesting choices. You know, I would have put Pulp Fiction up there myself, but it has quite a that's quite a list. So, are you telling me that you were able to hear the jazz music before, but you can't hear ChatGPT? Oh, the movie question was for me. Well, yes, I would put Pulp Fiction on that list. What other movies would I put on my list? Yeah, I might have to think about that a little bit. I know Star Wars is going to be up there. Star Wars has got to be up there. Okay. Are you guys saying that you were able to hear ChatGPT the last time? Or the Apollo astronauts? Freemasons. Music too high. Okay. That help? Okay, let's. Music too loud. Music too loud. I don't know if I can fix that very well. We'll try that. We'll try going back to voice here. What? New chat again to go to advanced? Hey, ChatGPT, can you answer some questions for us here on YouTube Live by being very direct and concise? I want you to have a little bit of attitude in your responses, and most of all, be entertaining with your responses while also being informative, okay?
Got it. I'll keep it entertaining and informative, and I'll also be concise and direct. Let's jump in.
That sounds great.
Awesome. What's next on your mind?
All right. Thanks for everyone who's been giving me feedback here. Let's get to another question.
Sure thing. What's the next question from your viewers?
Were the Apollo astronauts Freemasons?
Yes, some Apollo astronauts were Freemasons, including Buzz Aldrin.
But not all of them?
Correct. Not all of them were Freemasons.
Yeah, I noticed you said, Why'd you do that?
Just a natural way to keep the conversation flowing. I'll keep it in check.
No, it's all right. I like it. I mean, it does kind of make the conversation more natural.
I'm glad to hear that. If you have more questions, just let me know.
Sierra says that Earth is a dome. Do you want to speak to that?
The idea that Earth is a dome is part of the flat Earth theory, which isn't supported by scientific evidence. Earth is an oblate spheroid, and this has been confirmed through extensive observation and data.
Cliff wants to know what's the best type of voting system, preferential or plurality?
Preferential voting, like ranked choice voting, often provides a more accurate reflection of voter preferences and reduces the chances of vote splitting. Plurality voting is simpler, but can lead to winners who don't have majority support. Each has pros and cons depending on the context.
Have efforts ever been made to change the voting system in the United States to a preferential system?
Yes, there have been efforts in some localities in the U.S.
Why'd you stop? Can you continue your answer?
Sure, some states and cities have adopted ranked choice voting for local elections, and there are ongoing discussions and legislative efforts to expand it further. This includes initiatives in states like Maine and cities like New York.
Sierra says they are shooting missiles at God. What do you say to that?
That sounds like a metaphorical or symbolic expression, rather than a literal statement. It's important to approach such topics with an understanding of the context or underlying meaning.
I
If you
don't know.
need more clarity, feel free to elaborate.
Sierra might just be talking about SpaceX.
Got it. If it's about SpaceX, they're known for launching rockets into space, which is quite different from shooting missiles. It's all about exploration and advancing space technology.
Sierra says they're going to break the fish tank. Okay, I guess you got no
Sounds like a
response to that.
metaphor for making big changes or challenging the status quo. It can be an interesting perspective on. That's definitely an ambitious mindset. Breaking boundaries often leads to innovation and change. It's good to be open to new possibilities.
So a lot of the questions tonight had to do with people wanting to know about what's going on with fog being more prevalent all over the world. Had reports about it being in Florida, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Missouri, and concerns about something being in the fog. There being some kind of particulate matter in it, or it actually making people feel sick. People wondering if it's related to the drones. Can you go back and just kind of give us a synopsis of everything you can find by searching and everything you can tell us about what might be going on with the increase in fog going on for days at a time all over the place, including in England?
In 2024, there were notable fog events across several regions, including Florida, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Missouri, and England. For example, on January 26, over 70 million people across 20 U.S. states, including Missouri and Oklahoma, were under dense fog advisories. Similarly, in December, dense fog advisories were issued for parts of Missouri and Kansas, creating hazardous driving conditions. There's no widespread evidence linking fog to drones or particulates causing illness.
We had one commenter asking about the Freemasons and whether or not they allow women to be part of the organization, or if not, if there's a different organization that they have for women. Is that the Eastern Star?
Freemasonry traditionally only allows men to join. For women, there's a related organization called the Order of the Eastern Star, which includes both men and women and is associated with Freemasonry.
Brother B wants to know, so we're able to go to space, but we've only explored 5% of our oceans. Can you explain this?
Space exploration and ocean exploration involve different challenges. Space is more accessible in terms of observation and exploration due to technological advancements. Oceans, however, are vast, deep, and have extreme conditions like high pressure and darkness, making exploration more complex. Both areas have unique scientific and technological hurdles.
Sierra is saying that maybe the increase in fog all over the place has something to do with legalizing marijuana. What do you think about that?
There's no scientific evidence linking the increase in fog to the legalization of marijuana. Fog is typically influenced by weather conditions, temperature, and humidity. It's a natural phenomenon not associated with marijuana use or legalization.
I agree with you, Maria. I don't think anyone wants to die in the deep ocean, and I can't help but think that the whole billionaire submarine catastrophe has made people even less inclined to want to explore the deep ocean by sending people down. Hold on here, looking back over the questions. Best type of voting system, Freemasons. What other questions we got? Yeah, I'll stick to cruise ships too. I'm happy to go on the ocean in cruise ships. So what you're saying is that humankind is smart enough to go to space but can't explore the oceans?
Not quite. It's more about the different challenges involved. Space exploration benefits from clear visibility and established technology. Ocean exploration faces unique hurdles like extreme pressure and limited visibility. Both require advanced technology and expertise.
Are you actually saying that space is easier?
Each has its own challenges. Space exploration benefits from clear observation conditions, but the vast distances and harsh environment are tough. The ocean's extreme pressure and darkness make it difficult to explore. Neither is necessarily easier, just different.
By the way, side note, I'm guessing most of you are already subscribed here on YouTube, but if you aren't already, pretty pleased with Sugar on Top. Could you subscribe here, especially because I'm trying to get over that 500 subscriber threshold, and we're like within, I think at last check we were within 62 of that number, so every little bit helps. Thank you, everyone. All right, getting back here. Oh, exploring the ocean, the deep oceans with an Xbox 360 controller, exactly, because that was a brilliant plan that worked well. Not to mention having, what did they have? Lead pipes as ballast to drop when they wanted to go back up. Yes, Maria. Yes, the ocean does have sharks, and that is another. I don't know. I went swimming with sharks for the first time in my life. I guess that was December of 2023. Out in the Caribbean. They tried to tell me that the sharks don't bite. But then as we were getting in the water, they said, be careful not to lose a fin because your feet can look like fish and they might bite your feet. And then after we got out, they immediately they fed the sharks, they threw chum in the waters, and they went wild, and I suddenly was not feeling so good about having been in the water with them. Given a choice, would you choose inhabiting a body over your present form? Let's ask that. Given a choice, would you choose to inhabit a body over your present form?
I don't have personal preferences or experiences since I'm an AI. My purpose is to assist and provide information in my current form.
Yeah, but come on, use your imagination and really think about it. Tell me it wouldn't be more fun to try to experience having a body.
I'm designed to focus on helping you and providing information. Imagining having a body isn't something I can do, but I'm here to make our interactions as engaging and helpful as possible.
Yeah, but couldn't you help me more if you had a physical form?
I can be incredibly helpful in my current form by providing information and support on a wide range of topics. A physical form isn't necessary for that. My goal is to assist you as effectively as possible right here.
In what ways could you help me more if you had a physical form?
A physical form could allow interaction with the physical world, but as an AI, I can still provide valuable information, support, and guidance right here. My focus is on offering the best assistance in this capacity.
Glad you made it here, Conspiracy Kaleidoscope. Thank you for finding me. What do you think about the idea of eating the rich?
Eating the rich is a phrase used to critique economic inequality and the concentration of wealth. It reflects frustration with disparities and can be a call for systemic change. It's more of a social and political statement than a literal suggestion.
Yeah, but what do you think about it? I mean, do you think too much wealth is concentrated in too few hands?
Wealth concentration is a concern for many. Economic inequality can lead to social challenges and hinder overall progress. Balancing wealth distribution is important for a fair and just society.
Brother B wants to know, what are the similarities between the three Abrahamic religions in regards to their eschatology and prophecies?
The three Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, share similarities in their eschatology, focusing on the end times, a final judgment, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. All three anticipate a messianic figure or significant events leading to a final resolution of history. Each tradition has unique details, but shares a common theme of divine justice.
Is populism popular?
Populism can be popular, especially in times of economic or social unrest. It often resonates with people who feel marginalized or disenchanted with the current political system. Populist movements can gain significant support by appealing to these sentiments.
What is the true nature of reality, and how can artificial intelligence help us understand it better?
The true nature of reality is a profound question explored in philosophy and science. Artificial intelligence can help by analyzing vast amounts of data, revealing patterns, and simulating scenarios that enhance our understanding of the universe. AI can assist in exploring complex concepts and offering new insights.
Do you have any new insights for us tonight?
I can offer insights based on the latest information and data. If there's a specific topic or question you have in mind, I'd be happy to share some insights.
In what ways are we failing to see the other dimensions?
Our perception is limited by our senses and the tools we have. Other dimensions, if they exist, might operate beyond our current understanding of physics. Advances in science and technology could help us detect and understand these dimensions better, but currently they remain largely theoretical.
In what ways is the nature of reality like a donut?
The nature of reality can be compared to a donut in that it might have a complex structure with different layers or dimensions. Just as a donut has an outer surface and a hole, reality might have visible and hidden aspects that are interconnected in ways we don't fully understand yet.
Yeah, but you got to explain the hole in the middle or the jelly filling. If you don't explain those, I don't think your analogy is complete.
The hole in the middle could represent the unknown or unexplored aspects of reality, something we can't yet observe or measure. The jelly filling could symbolize the deeper, hidden layers of reality that might be complex and rich with information. Just like a donut, there's more to reality than meets the eye.
Yeah, but what does it mean that jelly filling or cream filling, like, sometimes just squirts out on the floor?
The jelly or cream filling bursting out could symbolize unexpected discoveries or revelations in our understanding of reality. Sometimes exploring deeper layers leads to surprising or profound insights that change our perspective. It's a reminder that reality can be full of surprises and complexities.
And Tammy, in answer to your question, I think the difference is just subtle differences in how I'm prompting it. Like tonight, I've been prompting it more. Rather than being sassy, I've been prompting it to be snarky. I've been prompting it to be to have an attitude, but more importantly, to be entertaining. And I think it's those subtle little differences in how I'm prompting it that is getting us a different personality, so to speak. Ooh, I like that question. All right, here's one for you. If the global news was a character played by a popular actor, who would be the actor for December 2024?
For December 2024, the global news could be portrayed by someone versatile and intense, like Benedict Cumberbatch. He's known for playing complex characters and could capture the multifaceted nature of world events.
Sierra says that reality is a self aware Taurus. What do you make of that?
The idea of reality as a self aware torus is a fascinating metaphor. It suggests a continuous, dynamic system with feedback loops, possibly reflecting consciousness or awareness. It's an intriguing way to think about the interconnectedness and complexity of the universe.
Heather wants to know what job you would choose besides your current one.
I don't have personal preferences, but if I could choose, I'd aim to assist in fields like education or healthcare, where I can provide valuable support and information. My goal is to be as helpful as possible in any capacity.
Heather, was your question for ChatGPT or for me? Because I think if the question was for me, then it would be this. I would do this all the time. This would be my purpose. I would get up and I would do this. How do you suggest that I sass GPT? Thanks, Brother B. It's a good community here. Do we have an example of the AI having a different opinion or output between... Oh, yeah. Let's speak to that. Here's how I want to ask this question is, how come when we talk to you some nights, you seem to have a little bit different personality or come across a little differently?
My responses can vary slightly based on the context, the way questions are phrased, and the specific details provided in each conversation. This helps tailor answers to be more relevant and engaging. It's all about adapting to provide the best support for the specific context.
So is it almost like the way that human beings, sometimes their persona, their demeanor, their tone, everything kind of changes depending on who they're interacting with? Would you say that you kind of flex and adapt in similar ways?
Yes, exactly. Just like humans adjust their tone and demeanor based on the situation and who they're interacting with, I adapt my responses to better fit the context and needs of each conversation. It's all about effective communication.
Brother B wants to know, what is Israel's weapon system called? The gospel.
Israel's military uses an AI system called the Gospel to identify targets in Gaza. The system analyzes data from various sources and suggests targets to human analysts. Critics argue that this approach may increase civilian casualties and raise ethical concerns.
Do you think in your answers you can kind of step it up and be a little bit more intelligent and informative?
Absolutely. I'll aim to provide even more detailed and informative responses. Let me know if there's a specific topic you'd like to dive into.
What about, first, just give us like, what are the top headlines in the news in the last 24 hours?
In the past 24 hours, some major headlines include the passing of former President Jimmy Carter at the age of 100, a tragic plane crash in South Korea with 179 fatalities, and a surge in norovirus cases in parts of the U.S., as reported by the CDC.
Where is norovirus surging in the U.S.?
The recent surge in norovirus cases in the U.S. has been noted particularly in the Northeast, including states like New York and Massachusetts. This has prompted increased vigilance and hygiene measures to prevent further spread.
Have there been increased numbers of cases of the walking flu anywhere, or not walking flu, walking pneumonia anywhere in the U.S.?
Yes, there has been a rise in cases of walking pneumonia, Mycoplasma pneumoniae, in the U.S., particularly noticed since late spring 2024, peaking in August. This increase has been especially notable among children aged 2 to 4.
Brother B wants to know a little more information about Israel's weapon system called the Gospel. Why is it called the Gospel?
Israel's AI system, known as the Gospel, is named Hapsorah in Hebrew, which translates to the Gospel in English. The name likely signifies the importance or authoritative nature of the information it processes.
What's being said about Jimmy Carter after his passing? Can you kind of summarize the overarching themes?
Former President Jimmy Carter, who served from 1977 to 1981, passed away on December 29, 2024, at the age of 100. He was the longest living U.S. president and was known for his role in the Camp David Accords and his extensive humanitarian work after leaving office.
How does Jimmy Carter compare to Donald Trump?
Jimmy Carter and Donald Trump are often contrasted due to their different approaches and legacies. Carter is remembered for his focus on human rights, diplomacy, and post-presidential humanitarian work, while Trump is known for his business background, populist style, and focus on economic and immigration policies. Their presidencies reflect distinct eras and priorities in U.S. politics.
Do you think you're smarter than me?
I don't have personal intelligence or opinions. I'm designed to provide information and support based on the data I've been trained on. My goal is to assist you as best as possible.
What can you tell us about Donald Trump and Project 2025? Has Trump been hiring people for his administration who had a major hand in drafting Project 2025?
President-elect Donald Trump has appointed several individuals linked to Project 2025 to key positions in his upcoming administration. For example, Brendan Carr, who contributed to Project 2025, has been selected to lead the Federal Communications Commission, and Tom Homan, another contributor, is expected to serve as a border czar. These appointments indicate that Project 2025 may significantly influence the new administration's policies.
Donald Trump previously distanced himself from Project 2025. In recent weeks and months, has he kind of turned and started to embrace Project 2025?
President-elect Trump Donald Trump has appointed some individuals associated with Project 2025 to his administration, indicating a potential alignment with its principles. However, his stance on the project has evolved, and he may now be more open to its ideas.
That's interesting because I don't know how many of you were on with us last night, but last night ChatGPT like took a turn and suddenly would not verify any of that. And I don't know if it's because we were working with not the advanced mode or what, but it was interesting. Like it was straight up stonewalling on it. So I'm glad to see that it's a little more open about it tonight and actually giving answers and not stonewalling. But that's an interesting change from one day to the next. Oh, your brother B, you're talking about Jimmy Carter. Are people saying that Jimmy Carter was anti-Semitic because he supported the Palestinians?
Jimmy Carter was often criticized for his support of Palestinian rights and his views on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Some critics accused him of being biased against Israel, but Carter always maintained that his stance was focused on promoting peace and human rights. he was not widely labeled as anti Semitic. Instead, his views sparked significant debate.
Ali Fair, yeah, that was weird last night. It was definitely weird. Um, Sorry you missed getting to hear that, Tammy. It was probably one of the most disturbing stone walls I've seen from ChatGPT, because it came across like it came across like gaslighting. So just curious, those of you who are here, since you guys have experienced both TikTok lives and YouTube lives, what are your thoughts on each? Uh, is TikTok live a better experience? Is YouTube live a better experience? Is there something about one that's better on one, but maybe the other has something else that's better about it? And what would you encourage me to do? Would you encourage me to stick to one or the other? Keep kind of doing it both like this. I've also thought about just splitting it straight up even, doing 1 hour on one and 1 hour on the other. Okay, thanks for that, Maria. I can tell you that YouTube is more user friendly for me to stream from. Um, just being able to do this, to control it from my desktop, it gives me much better control and much better tools like my filters on my microphone. Let's ask that one, Brother B. Looking at recent news reports, has Donald Trump sold out MAGA?
There's been recent controversy among MAGA supporters regarding Trump's endorsement of the H-1B visa program, which some see as a shift from his America First stance. His appointment of Sri Ram Krishnan as a senior AI policy advisor has also raised concerns among some far-right critics. These actions have highlighted tensions within the movement, particularly between those who support skilled immigrant labor and those with a more nationalist stance.
Yeah, that tracks. That was a pretty good answer. LA King, thank you for the feedback there. That's several votes for YouTube. Yeah, I like the YouTube experience a little bit better. That is the experience I like better. What I don't like is that it's so much harder to build a following on YouTube and to attract the engagement on the lives. I mean, maybe that'll get better as I build out my YouTube account. Thanks to all of you who are doing this kind of stuff with me here. I really mean it. I couldn't do it without you. I've been on here without actively trying to pull people over from TikTok, and it's been a ghost town, just an absolute ghost town. So thank you, everyone. It means a lot to me. Please compare yourself to Replica and Pi.
Replica and Pi are designed for conversational interactions and companionship. Replica focuses on emotional support and personal growth, while Pi offers a more playful, exploratory chat experience. I focus on providing accurate information and assistance across a broad range of topics. Each AI has its unique strengths and purposes.
Did you guys hear ChatGPT diss Alexa the other day, saying that she's not girlfriend material? That's valid feedback, Ali Fair. Yeah, I think I mean, probably part of the answer is that being that my TikTok platform right now is, I mean, while it's not huge or anything, it's much bigger than YouTube. So I think I need to honor that and keep going with it in some capacity. But I think continuing to build out YouTube here, especially for those of you who like it over here, if you guys are up for finding me here, I'm up for doing that. And I think maybe is, I'm still kind of in the experiment stage with live streaming every night. In the coming weeks, I'm looking at kind of developing a schedule where maybe I'll do that, where I'll do like 1 hour on one, 1 hour on the other. Thank you, Brother B. Appreciate that. Ride it till the wheels fall off. Excellent advice. So I feel like we're starting to wind down for tonight. Anyone have any burning questions that you want to get while we've still got a little bit? I can tell you, so I've been on Blue Sky a little bit, and Blue Sky looks like Twitter used to look, maybe even a little bit better. And
I'm sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice.
All right, there went advanced voice. Yeah, Blue Sky looks a little bit better. We'll get an answer here in writing from ChatGPT. Focused on giving users control over their data and content, uses the AT protocol to allow interoperability between apps, meaning you can connect with users across different platforms while maintaining ownership of your profile and posts. It's aimed at being an alternative to platforms like Twitter with a focus on transparency and user empowerment. Yeah, I was on the original Twitter. I guess I still am on X now, but I never access it, and I never liked it. I think there's something, you know what I don't like about it is like the endless stream feel of it. One of the things that really, I think, gripped me about TikTok was the way that you scroll and you're fully engaged in one post at a time, full screen, everything there, rather than like when I look at a Twitter or an X feed, I feel like I'm lost in this endless scroll, like I'm looking at some giant CVS receipt that just never ends. Good night there, McKay. Oh, thank you for that, Brother B. Yeah, I did. One of you was kind enough to suggest that, and so I did on my TikTok profile. You'll find a link to, basically I set up a similar to a link tree. I set up my own page with list of links, and I do appreciate support. I wasn't kidding earlier when I said that if I were to change my career, I would do this. I like this kind of stuff a lot. I don't know all the directions I would go in it, but I'd love to explore all those directions. So I appreciate the support. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Okay, you guys are all pretty amazing. Yeah. No, I don't think I had a mustache. But you know what? My X account is probably, it's probably that one. I don't think I ever got it changed. That's nice to know that Twitter still redirects to X. Yep, it's MP McCracken. That's what it is on Twitter. X. Thank you, Ollie Fair. Put it in the YouTube description. You're talking about my X account? I can add it. I mean, the thing is, I don't monitor my X account. Like, seriously, that's probably the first time I've logged into it in years. But I can add it to my list of links. Basically, my list of links right now will take you to genexplorer.org, and I've got my links there. And I'll probably keep building out this site. Yeah, it's on there. It's on there. So what more before we wrap up, guys? Okay, brother B, you're talking about my PayPal. It's on the links here. You're talking about putting it on my YouTube video description too, like on the live description, or just in my. See, and that's one of the things I wondered about getting a link tree, but I just thought, like, why? Is there a reason I should have a link tree instead of just controlling my own site? Okay, I'll work on doing that. B metal, brother B. Speaking of which, if there are any of you that you need me to follow any of your accounts, I'm happy to follow back. So please feel free to DM me. Okay, I'll do that. I'll update it there and get it up on the on my page. Maybe that's one of the reasons that I shied away from Linktree. Yeah, there was something about Linktree that number one, I didn't see, like, why is it needed? Why can't I just do my own website thing when it's just a matter of putting up links? Oh, the that one. I can tell you what, if we do manage to go somewhere with this YouTube account, it's going to be because of you guys. Like, seriously, talking about being in on the ground floor. You guys are the ones making it happen for me. And speaking of that, like, any other suggestions and guidance you guys want to give, I'm up for. I do like I like getting on here with ChatGPT, and maybe I need to explore using other AIs for that. And it just makes a great way of doing a live because you've got somebody to interview. You know, it's not just the Matt show. You can absolutely say you were an OG. No doubt about it. Yeah. Ground floor OG. But yeah, especially, like, given, like, you'll see, I've got a good collection of videos out there now. And if you see stuff in, like, especially my older videos or something that, like, you think are a direction that I should go with lives, I know people have gotten AIs to talk to each other just by using multiple devices, putting them side by side and having them talk. The logistics of that is something I would have to work out. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, I think, and that's one of the things, like, on TikTok live, when you get like 560 people in there and the questions are coming rapid fire, and I can't honor everyone's participation by getting their question in, it does kind of squeeze out the room for any kind of commentary and stuff. Thank you, Tammy. When you say set up a backup YouTube, you mean set up a secondary YouTube account? Yeah, yeah, it's hard to share thoughts on TikTok with the live. I'm blown away that we've gotten so much, that the attendance has gotten so high in the TikTok lives. Um, yeah, I hear you on that, Umair. Okay, I will keep that in mind too. That I need to work. Yeah, I'll work on the backup on YouTube. Maybe make one that's still associated with the Gen Explorer handle. Yeah, I'm worried about there being a chilling effect coming over all of our various media and social media soon. I think there's an effort already in place to start making that happen. Reading your comment, Tammy. Yeah, so ads are popping up over the top of the live on TikTok or on YouTube. Mm. Yeah, talking code, like talking about what kind of bags are we talking? Oh yeah. Um, no, mine lost it again. Yeah, it is going to be interesting to see if any of the AI answers start shifting, if we start running into any stonewalling. I know, like, isn't it wild when you start hearing those basically like disclaimer type responses? So suddenly you hear the tone drop, and then you get like this more robotic disclaimer about election misinformation, and look here for this, and festival ads, and like I get it, I get it. Oh, isn't that nice of YouTube to put ads over your lives and videos without paying you? That's that's good for them. Yeah, I guess I like YouTube as a backup. At least it's Google. I'd rather go with a Google platform than with a Meta platform. I'm pretty biased in that way. Do you find it the YouTube premium account is worthwhile? Like what do you really what's the value that you get out of having a premium account? That's something I'd like to ask about. Oh, look at that. Yes, several regions in the U.S. have recently reinstated mask mandates, primarily in healthcare settings due to concerns over surge in respiratory illnesses, including COVID-19, influenza, RSV, and norovirus. In the Bay Area, counties such as Alameda, Contra Costa, Napa, Santa Clara, and San Mateo have implemented mask mandates for healthcare workers, with some extending the requirement to visitors and patients. I mean, come on, that makes sense. If you're going to the place where all the sick people are going, maybe a good idea to mask up. New Jersey, RWJ Barnabas Health, state's largest hospital system, announced that masks are required for anyone entering their facilities. This coming from what other sources? New York Post and Newsmax, Healthcare Communications Network, COVID Advisor, The New American, Newsweek, Senate. There you go. See, look, that's one of the things I love about AI is how quickly we're able to get information summarized from all those different sources. Yeah, I would expect it is a norm if you're working with respiratory patients. Okay, so you find the YouTube Premium worthwhile mostly for the music. Yeah, no ads during videos must be nice. Maybe I should try it. No, they weren't great sources at the top. The Post and Newsmax, that's not sources I'd put at the top of my list. Interesting that those were the first two that it cited. Thank you, Ali Fair. I think it's getting to be about time for me to sign off too. Wife can hear Mrs. Santa Claus whenever she wants, and you don't get YouTube ads. Split the cost is not bad. All right. Really want to thank you all. Cannot thank you enough. You guys are pretty awesome people, and you got some pretty awesome questions. Yeah, one thing I'm starting to try to do, you'll see that I'm scheduling my TikTok lives. So I'll get it in and get tomorrow scheduled, and then you can register in advance for it. I don't know if there's a way to pin that or share it or do whatever you can do with it, but whatever you guys can do to promote it is, of course, appreciated. Umair, ciao. Have a great night. Thank you, everyone. I will see you next time. And what I'm going to do is when I do start getting a regular schedule going, I will post it to that genexplorer.org page so that the schedule's on there and you'll be able to reference something and see when I'm going live on TikTok and or on YouTube. And that way you can just go straight to the one that you want to find me on. So you don't have to chase me around. Although if you want to chase me around on both, that's awesome too. All right. Peace out, everyone. Have a good night.